You finish a long day and finally close your laptop and think, okay, now I can rest. And then nothing. Your body is home, but your brain is still running a marathon. You try and scroll a little, maybe zone out on a show on Netflix, and somehow it doesn't feel restful. You feel tired, yes, but not calm, not complete, not present. I know that feeling because I've lived it for over a decade actually. I've worked in tech my entire career. Being online is part of my job. Constant tabs, Slack notifications, emails, meetings, context switching. My brain has been in always on mode for years. And for a long time, I thought resting meant just putting down the laptop or the phone, and that's it. But I've actually realized painfully and slowly that the rest just doesn't happen automatically. Your brain doesn't just switch off because the workday ends. It's almost trained to stay switched on. Even when there's no external pressure, the internal pressure is still there. Think about it. Our brains have been flooded with stimulus for years. Notifications, news, social media, opinions, outrage cycles, the constant scroll. Every time we try to unplug, our nervous system doesn't know the difference. It doesn't automatically feel safe or done. That's why evenings can feel restless. Weekends can pass in a blur. Even restful activities can feel like background noise instead of rest. And here's the kicker. It's not just digital input, even high-stress jobs, multitasking, constant decision-making. Your brain works in the same way. Your mind learns that pause equals danger, that stillness equals missing out. So when you finally rest, your brain doesn't know what to do. It keeps scanning, scrolling, and reacting, even when you consciously tell yourself to chill. But here's the good news. That's not a permanent state. Your brain can learn to relax, just a matter of giving it space and the contrast it hasn't had in years. For me, that looked like small changes at first, such as stepping away from my phone after work, slowing down my evening routines, even creating like tiny pockets where my brain wasn't expected to consume or perform. It wasn't perfect and sometimes it felt uncomfortable. Silence can be weird when you're used to constant stimulation, but gradually your brain starts to remember that rest is allowed, that stillness is okay. You don't need to react to everything. That's the key to reversing that fried feeling. Not more scrolling, not a bigger break, not escaping life, just intentional space where your mind isn't forced to keep performing. And over time, it changes everything. You notice that your evenings feel calmer, weekends feel like actual recovery. You start trusting your own thoughts again instead of borrowing constantly from everything around you. So if you've been feeling fried even when you're resting, you're not broken, you're overstimulated. And your brain is asking for something that it hasn't had in a very long time, which is space. So start small and step back, let your nervous system breathe, and it might feel strange at first, but I promise it works. Your mind wasn't built to be constantly online. It was built to notice, to reflect, to rest. And when you finally let it, everything, presence, focus, clarity, it all starts to come back.